What is good, Greg Gang? We're here today. I don't know if you knew this, but Walmart has this right here. It is a $4.99 machete. I don't know about you guys, but I think machetes are kind of cool. And I also think $4.99 is a pretty cheap price for one. So to see exactly how real that is, and if it's actually $4.99 and how good it is, we went and bought one. And so the first question, is it actually $4.99? And is it exactly what we thought it was? It was $4.99. $4.97, I don't know, same thing. But it is a machete, and it's a full-size machete. That's one thing I was thinking was, okay, maybe they're gonna give me like a machete that big and call it a machete. But no, it's actually a full-sized machete, just like you'd imagine. 18 inches long, Ozark Trail. So far, looking at it, it does come with a sheath, which is nice. Looking at the handle, the quality of the handle isn't amazing, but it's a $5 machete, guys. Give them a break, okay? Grab on in and see what we can do about it. Okay, that'll work. Pretty good, pretty good. It's big looking. I like it. The sheath's not amazing. It's very basic, but will it keep the blade up? I don't know, find out. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put my life on it. I wouldn't really trust this one too much. I feel like if I took this one out in the woods for a while, it'd probably cut itself, because check out how thin that is. Pretty thin, but I mean, you gotta understand what we're working with here. We're working with $4.99 worth of material here. Now, I know the machetes aren't exactly meant to be razor sharp. They're more meant to be good for chopping and stuff, but we do have a paper. We're gonna try the paper test, just see, you know, how sharp is it, if it's very sharp. Let's see. That's what the machete's made to do, okay? Is it good at cutting? No. Is it good at chopping? Oh, I don't know. You gotta think, the sharper it is, the easier it is to get like really dull. So like if you're gonna be hacking at something, you don't want it to be super thin and sharp, because then it'll just bend over and then make it even duller than it is right now. Which it's dull, but to chop, dullness, it's all relative to what you're trying to do, I think.
Same concept as the axe.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and test it out. How we doing? How am I wielding it? Do I look cool? Do I look cool?
Yeah.
That's half the battle right there. That's $3 worth right there just because it looks good.
You need a hockey mask.
Ooh. Okay. We'll give it one more. Okay, not bad, not bad. And it does give that good ring, okay? Not bad. It does do pretty effective. As for feel, my hand's already getting pretty red right there. So I guess for your handling ability, that's a stress spot right there. Don't know why, but it is. Don't really know what this thing's for. I guess so you don't lose it, but I don't know. Let me try one more good sized limb, and then we're gonna go down to a path and see how good it is at like straight up clearing it out, and some bigger size things. Cause so far, you know, the balance of it, not bad. I'm not super, you know, experienced in machetes, but go ahead and hack this real quick, go. Well, gotta get closer. My range wasn't good. Ready?
Yep.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But before we do go down there, I think it's good to, like, you know, give y'all a close-up of it and read what's on the packaging. What does it say about it? What features does it have? It's a Walmart-specific 18-inch machete. It says it has 2 features, which, you know, usually things have a big, long list of features. It has a non-slip plastic grip. That is, you know, that's all relative to what you think non-slip is, but then it says sheath included, so it's not exactly packed with features, but it's also not packed with a high price. Okay, it's pretty cheap. As for an up close, this is what it looks like. There's no brand name on it anywhere. There's actually a spot to put a logo of something right here, but you can see that, I don't know, I mean, putting a logo on there, that may have costed 20 cents more, and they decided it ain't worth 20 cents more. They want to make this as cheap as possible. Is that a bad thing? Not really. Not if they're gonna sell it for cheap as possible. Plastic handle, these little brass rivets, looks like metal blade. I don't know what kind of metal, but as for flimsy, it does wiggle a little bit, but I think a machete's supposed to. And then as for sharpening, you can see they kind of just mass sharpened them like that. Not super sharp, but honestly, it's not bad for what a machete does. But anyways, let's head down to the path. Let me get the clearing, and then we'll try it on some bigger animals and see what we can do.
Bigger animals?
Yeah, bigger trees and stuff. But if we see an animal, I'll take it too. Alright, we're on the path now. I'm gonna yank this thing out of the sheath pretty aggressively. See what happens. Yep, alright, the sheath died.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it was gonna die. I mean, it's super thin and held together by one thread, so I don't think I guess I cut it, I don't know. But yeah, the sheath's not something to, I wouldn't even, yeah, I wouldn't call this a feature, because it don't exactly last long. But I mean, no one really carries a sheath with their machete unless they're going on like a 5-day trek. But anyway, I'm gonna go through here. I'm gonna stinking clear this path real quick, because there's spiders all over it. so far, we're doing a pretty effective job. All right, here's a good test.
That whole little tree, like.
It's a small tree, but with a machete, can I take that out? And if I can, how many strikes is it gonna take? 1. How good am I at striking up like this?
I don't know. Pretty good.
I believe so. That's pretty dang good. Let's go pick out a big tree that needs moved and move it. All right, Ethan wanted some machete time. He wants to wield it a little bit. So I have a task for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready for it.
I want you to go Vietnam 101 and cut down all the goldenrods.
Hey, that's our state flower, but who cares? This one right here.
I'm talking all of them, dude. Like, just see how you can do it. Just get them gone quickly, as fast as you can. As if they took your money. They owe you something, man. They owe you like 2 boxes of 9mm. Get rid of them sapsuckers. Take them out. No survivors. Ooh. Tell them things who's boss. Hey, that one took your lunch money. The goats are so excited. They want to know what's going on. Keep on hacking, son. Keep on hacking. All right, now for these next 4 right here, check this out. While you went up to use the bathroom at lunch, they put ketchup in your milk. Wait, watch out for Steve though. Steve, get out of the way. Come here, Steve. They put ketchup in your milk. Make them pay. There you go. Steven, what you think about all this? What you think about the ketchup in the milk? He shouldn't done that, should he? He shouldn't done that. Bad move, ain't it? Don't put ketchup in people's milk. You hear me? You hear me, pepperoni? Don't do it. Don't try it. All right, guys, now we're gonna go find a pretty big tree and go ahead and level that thing. Objective, go into this jungle and chop down a tree. Let's go. Wow. Also, one thing we noticed is that your range with a machete is way less than you expect. Like, I expect, like, I should be able to reach that, but I actually can't. So, like, 18-inch blade.
There goes the feeder.
Yep, my feeder just went off. Anyway, your reach is way lower than you think. And what I've noticed personally is that, yes, if you cut something directly like this, you're good. But if you're swinging and your blade angle is like this, it ain't gonna do it, Hoss. You gotta get practice and you gotta make sure that you cut it right here every time.
That wants to spin out of your hand if you don't hit it just straight.
Yeah, so like for example, I'll do this in slow motion. If I just come over like that, we're good. Because we're straight. But if I try to do something like this, I'm not straight, which can still cut it, but it's just the blade angle is not best. So I mean, I guess if you're a big machete guy, you probably already know that. But if you're not a big machete guy, the angle of your blade's pretty important. But yeah, long story short, I gotta cut my way in there, and then I got a tree I gotta cut down in there. And then after this test, we're gonna throw in machete, see how effective that is. And then we got some ballistics gel where we're just gonna come right down on them and see what it can do. Ballistics gel, if you don't know, is a rubber material that is the same consistency as flesh. And now I gotta cut our way in here. Yeah, we'll get in here. Gotta cut briars, cut big thickets like this. Make our way in here.
That blade is good because it just carries right on through.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things with a machete is that since it is such a long blade, the blade is heavy, so you actually have some really good momentum when you're coming through. But the tree we want to cut is right over here. All right, let me go ahead and clear out my work area.
Will a machete weed eater? Yes.
Yeah, you just gotta get low, get the right angle, and an inch by an inch. You can clear this out pretty good. Machetes are pretty, you know, what do you call them?
I don't know, pretty OP though.
Pretty versatile. See, I'm weed eating right here. Check it. I'm gonna clear out this whole spot.
I will say, just from cutting the goldenrods,
Yeah.
it wore me out though.
Did it?
Yeah, you got to put some effort behind the machete.
But you know what you also gotta put effort into? Packing a weed eater into a jungle.
That's true.
This is a whole lot lighter than a weed eater. But like, for real, machete, weed eater, got it. Small trees and limbs, bushes, got it. Throwing machete, we don't know that yet. But can it cut down an actual tree? We're about to find out. Is a machete the ultimate jungle tool? We're about to find out. And we're also about to find out with the ballistics gel, is it good at defense if it had to be? Here we're gonna go, this tree right here. I'm gonna make my cuts right here. It's the first cut. You may want to watch out. It's about to come down right on top of you. What I'm doing though is I'm going one diagonal about 45 degrees and then I'm coming one straight in, and that's to chop it out. I'm gonna keep doing that until, you know, the trees fell over.
You're halfway through already.
Yeah, that's very surprisingly easy. I think it's because the weight. This is literally holding on by 2 strands of wood. You see that?
That's insane.
Ready for this? Now it ain't holding on at all. Now, KG, what you planning on doing? I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna leave the tree here since it's not good for firewood, as you can imagine. Leave this thing here, let this grow up into a thicket. Maybe rabbits can use it, because we tried to make this a good little campsite once, and it failed because there was a lot of deer ticks. But yeah, I mean, we're just gonna let it chill right here. But now, it's on to our will it throwing machete test. Let's go do it. One thing we have noticed is that it is full tang, which is really good, which means that the blade doesn't stop right here. It goes all the way through the handle. You can look right there, you can see the full blade comes all the way through, all the way to back here. That's really good. That's going to mean that, you know, your handle's most likely going to stay attached to your blade. And even if your handle does break off, you still have somewhere to hold it that you can, you know, wrap up with tape or cord or whatever. Also, here's what I've noticed so far. Check it out. Look directly down the blade. It is starting to get a slight bend to it, which it's a light blade. I understand that, but you know, it's just something to think about. Just something to think about, you know? All right, so now I'm going to try to throw it into the hay bale, see what we can do. I ain't no throwing knife expert, but will a machete throwing knife? No idea. They do it in movies and it looks really cool.
It made a weird sound.
Yep, it's catching a lot of air. Will a machete throwing knife? I think the real question is, will a throwing knife machete?
Me wheeled that bad boy into that.
You can try. Oh, it one good time. Yeah, you gotta hit the hay bale if you want to stick it in. First step's to hit the target. Step 2 is to get it to, you know, actually stick in. You're still working on step number 1.
I'm gonna throw it backwards.
Okay.
No. I think once it goes, like you're saying, that slight bend's probably catching the air and causing it just to turn.
I think it's also a big factor that we have no idea how to throw stuff.
No.
I'm gonna try it one more time. Imagine this, ready? The Infinity War. I'm sitting there whacking some of Thanos' dudes, stabbing him. Some guy grabs him from behind, but a Wakandan gets him off me. I go ahead and get him in the throat. There he is. And now I'm weaponless. Don't throw your machete. It's not a good idea if you're in the Infinity War.
That's a good observation.
Yeah. Oh, it did stick in, because once it bounced off of that guy, it hit over here, which hit another guy.
Yeah. So dome pieced him.
I win. Quick question. What is this?
Looks like rock.
Where does a pile of rocks just come from in a field?
What is that?
I think it's just dirt. I don't know. It's not bear dookie though, so don't comment that. It's actually rocks. It's not bear dookie. But yeah, no, it won't throw in machete.
I don't recommend.
Now let's go see how the machete does in a defensive situation. That right there is the clear ballistics. Thanks for clear ballistics for sending it out to us. This one we have shot, we've stabbed, we've literally done about everything with this same piece of block. So yeah. Comment below if you remember what this exact clear ballistics block has been through. Just go ahead and comment if you remember the episodes. It's been through a ton. Okay. Okay, dude, I didn't expect that. That's an inch and a half. Dang, let me try it again. Oh, let me go in this way. Okay, that one was pretty dang good. Check that out. That's 3 inches. I'm gonna go one more time, and I'm gonna give this thing everything I got. You ready?
Yeah.
That's about everything I had. And it went in about the same. Well, maybe about 2 inches, but that is crazy.
I have an idea.
What?
Stand it up and come in like that way. Because, I mean, you'll be pulling away from it more, and you might have a good chance of slicing it all up. I think it went in deeper that way.
Yep, didn't really do that much.
Not?
No, went in about 1 inch, but. So, I mean, yeah, if we can get at least 10,000 likes on this video, which shouldn't be that hard, I think we're going to come out here and do a will it throw a knife video, where we pull out all my crazy weapons. Everything from a machete to an actual knife to a hatchet, a hammer, I don't care. We'll try it. Will it throw a knife? We can get 10,000 likes. We're gonna do that video. If you guys wanna buy any merch like this shirt or anything on KendallGray1.com/shop, use promo code Machete10. And you can get 10% off literally whatever you want to. That sale's not going to be going on but maybe like 3 days. So if you do want one of those things, go ahead and get it now. Literally anything on the website. Look right over here if you want to see the time whenever I bought the cheapest bullwhip on Amazon. Or right over here for the time where I bought and tested the cheapest hunting shotgun at Walmart.